Warning! Listen to the sound of my watch. It is synchronizing with your heartbeat. You are getting sleepy.
You don't have the voice for that.
Very sleepy.
Hi, I'm a hypnotist.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Gotham, Season 3, Episode 3. Look into my eyes. I'm your host, Dom. With me is John and Nikki.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's good. Mad Hatter showed up.
It's going places.
It's going places. So, yeah, we are here, Mad Hatter. Let me start with Nikki. Because I'm pretty sure, Nikki, this is your first experience with the Mad Hatter. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So, what did you think of the character?
I don't know. I expected an older actor. I don't know. I think the guy he's goofy looking, but it suits him. I don't know. I'm not sold because I'm thinking of like Alice in Wonderland Mad Hatter, not Hypnotist Mad Hatter.
It's a little of, little of both, but
yeah, little column A, little column B.
Yeah. So, John, as a Mad Hatter enthusiast from the Batman universe, what is your take on him?
I would say I was pretty impressed. Weird seeing the Walking Dead guy. That was a little different.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from The Walking Dead?
He was one of the wolves from the last season.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm used to seeing him with much worse teeth than that, so that was interesting. Yeah. But I think as like an early, if this was like the beta version of the Mad Hatter, I think it's totally fine.
Yeah, because I mean, technically Gotham is the origin stories of everybody, so...
Yeah, I think it was a cool start. I mean, he was perfect. He was just the right amount of crazy and charming and sort of wistful in a way.
He worked, definitely.
I want to know more about like what went on with him and Alice for sure.
Yeah, because we saw Alice she's got the poison in her blood, which doesn't any bodily fluid contact. I'd like to say, So she had the poison kiss, which zombified her landlord.
Yeah.
I'm getting more of a rage virus from 20 and what's that one? That one zombie movie, 25 days
later.
Yeah, that one. I'm getting more of a rage virus deal from it.
Yeah, I mean he was still speaking and stuff, so it wasn't an actual zombie, but
no. He went crazy.
He's going mad, which I think it's going to come out to be that the Mad Hatter has the same thing, but not lethal or poisonous or whatever. Like it's something that's affecting him, or
it's like tied to his watch somehow.
Yeah, or it affected him younger, like when they were and he lived through it or something like that, and that's why he's crazy. I think that's going to be part of that. Why all this is going on, but I don't know. But like she's been locked up in Indian Hill this whole time, right? And Jervis Tech, aka Mad Hatter, doesn't know where she was, and now there's sightings and stuff, so now he's like, I'm coming to Gotham, and now he's looking for her. So that really gave a good explanation of why now he decides to show up,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, he said he gave her to Strange, right? Mm-hmm. And since he heard about the breakout, that's why he came.
Right.
So maybe she has issues with him because he basically gave her up or abandoned her and gave her to a crazy scientist. I mean, to be honest, I don't think that her ailment was... Yeah, to fix her, but with Hugo, that's not the case. He was probably making her ailment more severe.
She was probably a key factor into the reason why most of the people have powers, to be honest.
Possibly.
I think he was kind of like reverse engineering her blood and then combining it with things to make the serums for other people and giving them their powers and stuff.
Kind of like a catalyst.
Yeah. which may be the reason why Hugo's like, I can't fix any of you because he no longer has Alice, you know?
Maybe.
So, but
that idea.
It was kind of cool how, like, we saw him in the nightclub, you know, and having the guy stand on the back of the chair and all that. And he's like, oh, I can only make people do what they secretly wish for. And I'm wondering how much truth is actually in that. Because
Yeah.
I don't think that guy secretly wanted the Mad Hatter in his house, you know?
Or to kill his own wife.
You know, or to kill himself.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he secretly wanted to kill his wife. But, but not himself. So.
Marriage is a fickle thing. That's all I'm gonna say.
That goes with any relationship too. There are moments in any relationship where you could be like, I just want to kill you right now, but you're not gonna do it, you know. But that's what I'm saying. That's where the secret desire is for, because it's something that like comes up, and it's not an actual I'm gonna murder this person. It's just like,
no, it's
I can't take you right now, you know.
Yeah, like I'm perfectly capable of taking another human life is a little different than that.
Yeah. So I mean,
like,
maybe, you know, I could understand where maybe that's the secret desire for it, but like half the stuff he was doing in this episode I don't see as being the case, you know.
He might have just been fibbing, just to like make people a little more at ease.
Yeah, to bring people's walls down, to, you know, like serve themselves up so that they can be like a participant in his little game kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Barbara. She fed right into it.
Yeah, but her falling madly in love with the Mad Hatter is not really a stretch.
No, it's not. I'm not saying that, you know, that was impossible. I'm saying that she, like, he said this to her, to the whole group, and she was like, I want to do it. Do it to me. You know, she just volunteered.
Of course she did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, you know, and then apparently she was working at this De Niro's bar, and the bar got burnt down because her blood got on the counter. So it seems not only is her blood poisonous to people, but it can start fires, or is there more to that?
No, I think she just torched the place.
Yeah. Her blood is probably, doesn't even matter if it's been sitting there for 10 years and it's all like dried up and everything. If you touch it, you're going to get infected, kind of thing.
Right. So, but we saw her burn the corpse of the guy. So I'm thinking she got cut at work. Her blood was on the place. She wanted to clean it up, and the guy said, no, you know, whatever, go do. And she was screaming about her blood. So I think she torched the place to get rid of, you know, her blood. So.
Right.
Yeah, obviously. I don't even think cleaning it up at this point would, you know, save anybody. I think you have to torch it in order to get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. So, I mean, I'm glad that there was not, like, this does not seem to be a one-off thing. Like, this seems like it's going to go on through most of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really glad that they stopped doing that with certain villains and stuff. You know, like, early on in the show, we were seeing, like, one-off villains, you know, coming in, and that was the end of it. But now it looks like Mad Hatter is going to extend through a multiple episode arc, and along with Alice and quite possibly the rest of the Indian Hill escapees.
Mm-hmm. Like not Bruce.
Like not Bruce.
Not Bruce.
Not Bruce. What the hell is up with not Bruce?
I don't know. It's so stupid.
He seems like he is falling victim to the same thing that like Fish Mooney and all of them, because we see the blister on his wrist, right? So
yeah,
there's clearly something going on with that.
But like we don't know what his power is.
No idea. Yeah.
Well, like we see when he's boxing with Alfred, right?
It's
Number
quick.
one, he's really fucking good at boxing. He's got the reflexes and the attack and all that. Like Alfred couldn't even beat him. He hit him once. He got one good shot in. Broke his nose, I think. I don't know. Like, probably not broke it, but, you know.
Just
he
hurt
got
it
him
a little
good.
bit.
It was bleeding, but not Bruce didn't feel a thing. Not a thing.
Just like, oh, I'm bleeding. Awesome. I'm supposed
Blood
to feel
is
that?
bad.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. It's, I'm still trying to figure out, like, what he wants. Like, does he just want to replace Bruce, or, I mean, does he just want to be a real boy when he grows up? I don't know.
I think a little of column A, a little of column B, because the fastest way for him to integrate himself into society is to pretend that he's Bruce and act like nothing was wrong, and that's probably what he wants, to just be treated normal instead of as an experiment kind of thing.
Well, he did explain that they locked him in a room and he got barely any social interaction with anybody, even the nurses and Hugo. He was just in a room.
He heard the other patients screaming, and that was about it.
Yeah. Right. I mean, and watching him try to talk to Selena at the end was, "Hello, fellow human. Would you like to join me for a drive in my automobile, like a human would?"
It was crazy, but yeah,
you seem strange, Bruce.
We saw him in the when Selena came into the window, was talking to Bruce about Ivy missing, and all that, and then Bruce is just like, he's occupied with not Bruce, so he's turning her down for help, like, no, I'm not gonna let you borrow the car, we're not gonna go for a ride, whatever, I'm not gonna explain why, kind of thing. Pissed her off and she left. But in the meantime, not Bruce is in the other side of the door. He's in the hallway, and he's just watching, and he's mimicking, and he's learning. Like, you're seeing his intonation change every single time he repeats the words, "I'm sorry." So he's trying to become more and more like Bruce. Like, he's learning speech patterns and emotion. He's learning emotion. He's not feeling emotion. He's learning it. And we see that kind of go into play with the way he cuts his hair. He's looking like Bruce. Steals Alfred's car. They go, and he meets Selena, and she knows something's off right away. Mm-hmm. But he's learning, and he's what do you care all of a sudden? Let's go get food. Basically asked her out on a date. So.
I would like to have relations with you, human.
I hope he talks like that one day.
Selena's just like, wow, Bruce, you're weird.
You hope that not Bruce, talks like a Dalek?
Mm-hmm.
Exterminate. That's what you started sounding like, John, a Dalek.
Well, it bothers me how, Selena was like, all right, this seems legit. Like,
well,
girl,
she knows something's up. He probably smells different. We know she's got a sniffer. But food, man. It's free food.
Yeah. What do you think he wants with Selena?
Relations?
Hello, human.
He wants to feel something. I think that's, the main deal with him. I honestly think, he's a clone made by the Court of Owls so that they could kill off Bruce.
Who?
They can... Court of Owls?
See what I did there?
Yeah. Anyways, so that they can put not Bruce into Bruce's position after killing Bruce, so that they can manipulate him, control him, and then still have their control over the company and everything else.
I just want to see this asshole order waffles next episode. Hello, I would like to ingest waffles like a human would.
But he has no recollection.
Do they come with syrup?
He has no recollection of anything other than the previous year of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He said, I woke up about a year ago. So, he's like a 1-year-old clone in a 13 or 14-year-old body, so... I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Are they older than that now? I was thinking they were 16 now.
I'm thinking they're, 15-ish.
Okay.
Ivy was a little bit younger.
Not no more.
Not no more.
We didn't even see her this episode, but...
No. Just...
we have Selena looking for her. She's helping Jim look for Alice, and Jim's going to help her look for Ivy. I think Jim's going to be the one that realizes that she's Ivy. I think something's going to happen. He's going to look into it. He's going to end up arresting her. And when he asks the name, she's going to say Ivy Pepper. She's going to act like she knows Jim. And then that's when they're going to make the connection and everything and find out who she is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. As for Mr. Cobblepot, which I inadvertently called last week, saying that, oh, it seemed like his speech, he was running for mayor almost. And now here we go.
Yeah.
Oswald is running for mayor.
He has a lot of backing too. And I'd like to go up and chat, and somebody says that the Penguin is Gotham's Trump, and I want to say that I would be voting for Penguin over freaking Mr. Mayor James or whatever his face is any day.
Yeah, Lee Silver said someone compared Oswald's running for mayor to Trump's campaign for presidency. So
the pin said "Make Gotham safe again." I mean,
yeah,
yes,
they were clearly playing to that.
Yeah.
But see, Penguin has intelligence.
But he's a criminal.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, at
He's
least
gonna
you
make
get form-
all the laws favor him. So yeah, it's Trump. So anyway,
Except he's
It's
smart.
more
more
coherent.
the most interesting part of this whole campaign for me was not the clean up haired poster boy pin that he had going on.
Yeah,
Like the hair and everything just did not look right on him. Even though me and John at least have seen him play a character on The Walking Dead, and his hair looked fine. You know.
Okay.
He was one of the people in Alexandria.
Yes, yeah.
At one of the troughs. But yeah,
Okay.
so that was what 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, or even no, it was before. It was 3
Or maybe it
seasons
was
because
more
it was
than-
before
it might-
Gotham started.
Oh shoot, yeah. That might have been like 3 years ago.
I want to say it was 2.5 because I think it was because he was in a very minor role. And then Gotham was coming out shortly after that, so...
Right, because who interacted with him? Was that when Carol was out in the derp, or was that Rick who found them?
I don't remember. He was
forget.
in the group with Glenn and Rick.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
yeah. But anyway, you know, I thought the most interesting part with him was when you had Mayor James meet in the restaurant, right? And...
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, you know, Cobblepot makes a scene. Mayor James gets the guns. I'm thinking that Oswald has, like, media around that are going to make it look like the mayor pulled guns on him, you know, to win his favor over. And that's not what happened. And
No.
I was much more satisfied with what Penguin chose to do. And that's get, like, a bunch of little old ladies that are dining around the thing to, you know, wield AKs and...
He quadrupled the amount of guns that were pointed at him.
Yeah. Basically, every single patron in that restaurant that was sitting at a table eating was working or on Penguin's side, armed to the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4 little lackeys that the mayor had weren't shit. They were just sitting there looking like, we're screwed. So...
I half expected them to turn and like start pointing at the mayor. Just be like, "Yep, we were with you the whole time."
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh goodness.
But like we could already see Penguin starting to use his leverage even before he's mayor. In Arkham Asylum, like bargaining for, I mean, I shouldn't even say bargaining, blackmailing for Nigma's escape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His release. He didn't escape. They re-released
him.
him.
It's an escape. I don't
let him
care.
out.
I don't care how you put it. That's an escape.
I mean,
Sure.
he got a certificate of sanity and everything. He's out. He's good.
So, what about the murders against Miss Kringle? When you were insane.
Mhm.
When you were, but now I'm not.
I know that wasn't your fault.
Nah.
Oh, it's absolutely great. And the scene in which Penguin pulls up, if you didn't catch this, because Nikki mentioned it to me and I had to go back and watch it, right?
Yeah.
So when Penguin pulls up in the limo and pops his head out of the limo to look at Nigma is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god.
So if you have it on your DVR, whatever, like if you can pull it up on the FX website or Fox, whatever, pull it up, watch it again. It is hysterical.
Someone-
I need an animated GIF of it.
Yes.
I need it.
If someone hasn't done that already, why not?
I need it in my life. I'm just telling you right now. It is the best thing the show has ever done in terms of like
gold.
funny shots like that. It's absolutely amazing.
His face. Oh god.
So, but so chat really wants to get into Valerie, Vicky, and Vicky Vale or whatever her name is, Valerie Vale, and Jim. So, looks like they did the deed, and it also looks like Vicky wants nothing to do with Jim other than the sex.
No,
That's all
just a
she
fling.
wants.
See, I talked to Claire about Valerie a little bit, and we're on the same page where we would beat the living crap out of her if we got the chance.
Mm-hmm.
We would make her non-existent in Gotham anymore. We'd make sure she left because she's just a terrible character.
You guys just want her back on Once Upon a Time, so your opinion doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
So, I don't know. I think it's interesting because Jim is looking for a relationship. That's clearly what he wants. He's still like heartbroken over Lee, right? As much as he won't show it. And the thing is, he's doing the same thing to Lee that Barbara's doing to him, kind of, you know. But Jim's not psychotic about it. That's the only difference, you know. But it's like it's the same level of like emotion, I want to say.
I don't know. When he was in the hospital getting stitched up, he was laughing and smiling, but he was clearly threatening her fiance.
That's exactly what I mean by that.
Right.
You know.
So, I mean, you're like, he's not psychotic about No,
but
when you threaten somebody, you're a little bit psychotic.
Listen, if you do anything to her, I'll kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's psychotic. That's being protective. You know what I mean? Like, to prove that he still cares about her. He's saying, hey, you hurt her. He's not like, hey, you sleep with her, I'm going to murder you. He's saying, if you hurt her, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, but that's not Jim's place to do that.
No, it's not. And, you know,
but
he'd
that's
be like,
that's the part that made
her.
me laugh, though, is he goes into this threat, and then he immediately, in the same breath, asks for his help. Like, have you seen this girl? Like you know?
He didn't even realize what he just said.
No,
he didn't. He didn't. So
forget that job.
But do you guys find it strange at all that Lee has a fiance so quickly?
No.
I don't know. She was trying to move things pretty quickly with Jim, so I'm not too surprised. I mean, you also have to realize that Jim was in the hole for a while, so and that's just 6 months even after that. So I guess it kind of makes sense that she would have met somebody. But yeah, they've probably only been dating for like maybe a year.
See, Lee is saying, I can't believe Vicky Vale is related to her. The thing is that Vicky is a nickname for Valerie, so I am under the impression...
That is Vicky Vale.
Yeah.
I'm under the impression that Vicky and, you know...
Valerie are the same person.
Well, obviously they're the same person, but that Vicky is the same person that we know that Batman dates later, you know, in his life. So I'm under the impression this is the same person.
I would assume.
So
yeah.
I
don't know.
And how old do you think she is?
Old enough to know.
Mid-20s. Like
I
25, 26?
I would say so.
Yeah, so if Bruce is like 15, 16 years old, Baby Batcat fanatic is saying that Bruce is 16 right now in the show. So if he's 16 and she's 25 or whatever.
Yeah, she could be 35, he'd be 26, something like that.
Yeah, that's completely within the realm of a Playboy lifestyle.
Sure.
So, Lee's saying that she's the aunt and Vicky is a nickname for Victoria. I've also heard Vicky as a nickname for Valerie. So.
Yeah. Because Vicky Vale, well, it depends on which one you're reading though. Because Vicky Vale, there is a Victoria Vale.
Yeah.
So this, I guess it could be. But Valerie, Vicky is short for Valerie. Yeah. In some cases, so maybe this is a separate person, and that makes me hate her slightly less.
Yeah, I mean it's also short for Veronica as well.
Yeah. So
So
this could be like a cousin or aunt or whatever.
yeah,
Who cares? I don't know. I'm not too thrilled with her anyway. She's kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm a plucky reporter, yay! And she has that is her only personality trait.
I mean she
Right.
reminds me a lot of Nikki. Who's the girl on Flash? The
I don't
reporter.
know.
What's her name? The one you can't stand.
On the Flash?
Yeah, the Flash's girlfriend.
It's been like 6 months since I watched The Flash. I don't fucking remember.
I just like I'm so bad with names to begin with. So Joe and Iris. Iris. She reminds me a lot of Iris, except for the fact that Iris doesn't throw herself at guys. You know, she's
No.
actually the complete opposite of that. But their character, Iris West, yeah, their character is very similar to me in terms of their spunky reporterishness, because a lot of the things that you saw her pull here, you know, like Jim handcuffs her to a car and then she like one ups him later on, kind of thing, reminds me of something Iris would do on the Flash. So they're very very similar in terms of that to me. So
Well, she's kind of like, a generic go-getter reporter lady.
Yeah,
on the
how,
show,
how
you
else
know?
are you supposed to write a headstrong reporter? I mean, especially if they're
Yeah,
female.
yeah,
They're pretty much all the same.
right.
yeah.
They have a few different characteristics here and there, but they're pretty much all the same.
But you know, outside of that, the like we have her and Jim obviously feels more strongly for her, but than she does for him. But he still has feelings for Lee. But Lee's moved on. She's got Mario now, who we find out is actually Falcone's son.
Yeah. I think there's something up there. I think she's actually undercover.
Yeah.
I think she's undercover to get into to see what Falcone's up to, because I mean, why would they bring him back out of nowhere? Like there's something up with him. So I think she kind of has an in, or she's trying to have an in, and to do that she has to get close to Mario.
Hmm.
It's completely possible because she left in a hurry.
Mhm.
She left off screen. Right? We don't know even what happened with the baby, the actual incident and all that. And she goes away. She comes back engaged to this guy, and then the first thing she does is go back to GCPD
To get her old job back.
to get her job back. And it may not be something that she's doing with Barnes, so to speak, because Barnes seemed out of the loop on it. So this may go above him, and it may not necessarily be something she's doing for GCPD. You know, but
No.
I think she possibly may be undercover because, you know, we see the whole thing, and Falcone even questions her.
Mhm.
You know, questions her motives, question, you know, whether or not she's over Jim, and I don't think she is either, but she's playing it up that way because she was very like sincere, kind of like it seemed like she was hiding something when she was talking to Jim.
You could, well, even when she was talking to Falcone, you could see the way she was sitting there, her posture, the way her face looked. She was definitely playing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and just the way she was acting with Jim, it's like, I don't still love you, and he's like, good, so I'll still love you.
Yeah. So
I don't know, and then the way she was talking with Mario, like, how come you didn't say that you talked to him or blah blah blah, like, I don't know. She's not. People in this fucking show gotta get better at lying.
and it's something that I don't think Harvey knows about, you know, Bullock, and it's something
No.
that Jim doesn't know about. You know, I don't think Jim's playing along.
No. This might be like a federal investigation thing, or who knows.
Yep.
I mean, it would make sense because Falcone's been kind of lying low for a very long time now. So I he's obviously going to make a move at some point. And just because of this election that's going on now, it would probably be like a good time for him to do it, because if Penguin somehow gets in, I mean, Jesus, the city's going to be a mess.
I think he's going to get in, but it's not going to be for long.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it would be, but jeez, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just really weird, the whole situation with like Lee right now. I almost want her to leave again.
When I saw her get off the train, I was like, I wanted to puke. I wanted to throw something. I wanted to smash something. I was like, no, we don't want you back right now. Go away.
Go home. And not for nothing, she's taken Lucius's job away.
This is true.
Man.
I hope Barnes doesn't give it back. We need more Lucius. Leslie, more Lucius.
See?
Yeah. I mean, we already didn't have him in this episode, so.
Right. They're already axing him. It's not okay.
It's not fair.
No.
And Lee Silver is in chat is very insistent that he's not in a relationship with Jim.
We don't believe you.
Poor Lee.
Only you could tame a man so strong.
Oh boy.
So, you guys have anything else for this episode?
No, just make a GIF, please, of penguins.
Oh, yes.
Somebody please.
That stupid face.
John, I'm gonna have to show you. I'm gonna have to show you after this.
Oh no, I saw.
Okay.
You need to see it again.
Yeah, you're probably right. I do.
So next episode is called New Day Rising. Penguin gains power as he narrows in on the nomination for mayor of Gotham. Meanwhile, Gordon turns Alice into the GCPD for the bounty. Also, Bruce and Alfred race to find Bruce's doppelganger after learning he's assumed Bruce's identity. So, should be interesting.
They just, instead of saying Bruce's doppelganger, it takes so long to say, just say not Bruce. Come on.
It's a GIF.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to put this on the screen. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I wish it was more clear, but I mean, it does.
Yeah, it is what it is. That's what I found.
It's just so funny the way he pops his head out.
Hello, boys.
Okay, so I think that about wraps it up. That's the wrong song. John, where can the people find you?
You can find me at No More on Twitter. I'll be back because I'm not watching Luke Cage anymore.
No?
Oh, okay.
It's over. I did it.
Yeah. Awesome. Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. And you can find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, games, and movies. Until next week, see you guys later.
That would be the best hypnotist ever. Listen to my sultry voice. Hello!